Accomplish more, be successful, attack the day. These are the promises of what happens if you become a morning person.
Do you have a hard time getting out of bed in the morning? Well, I don't. So in this video, I'm going to teach you how to be less like you and more like me.
Have you ever tried to develop an early morning routine, waking up before 6 a.m. every day? For much of my life, this was the one habit that I couldn't get to stick. But recently, in the past year, I figured it out.
So many videos have been done about waking up early. You don't have the time to watch them all, so here's the summary. How I wake up early every day without feeling miserable.
After researching the science of sleep and circadian clocks, I learned that by sticking to an evidence-based morning routine, consistently waking up early can actually become bearable.
The main idea revolves around light, energy, water, and temperature. About light, he talks about a hormone called cortisol, which gets triggers after you get some sunlight in your eyes within an hour of waking up. Then he gets into the topic of energy, which he mentions that you need to exercise because it's going to trigger a lot of hormones in your body. And he also mentions caffeine, which you cannot drink way too soon after waking up because it's just going to block your adenosine, so you're gonna have an energy crash later. So it's better to delay your caffeine intake for at least an hour after waking up. Next, he talks about hydration, advising you to drink a glass of water first thing in the morning. Lastly, he covers temperature, saying that cold showers are good for waking up and warm showers are really good before going to bed. So this video was well structured, but also a bit simple. I'm gonna give this one 3 stars. Waking up at 4:30 is easy actually.
The ultimate goal, being able to wake up regularly before 5 in the morning. This is also known as the sub 5 a.m. wake up time.
So the start of the video is about why waking up early, specifically at 4:30 a.m. makes you way more productive. The idea is that the morning free time is way better than the evening free time, because you're less tired and less likely to waste it. He says that the common advice about this, like dimming the lights, taking cold showers and meditation, requires way too much willpower. So instead, he suggests the one alarm method, which is about deleting any extra alarms so your brain takes the alarm seriously. Then when the alarm rings, you should just practice jumping out of bed, turning on the lights, stretching, and splashing some water on your face. As time passes, you will do that automatically. He even says that to make it sustainable, you should move your bedtime back gradually, 15 minutes each night. You should also avoid screen 30 minutes before bed, no caffeine after lunch, and exercise regularly. So this video was super nice, really simple and effective. I'll give this one 4 stars. How to become a morning person in 1 week.
Accomplish more, be successful, attack the day. These are the promises of what happens if you become a morning person. For the rest of this video, I'm going to give you evidence-based techniques, even some that are used by NASA, on how to become a morning person.
So these are the science-based techniques to achieve those. The step 1 is understanding your circadian rhythm. Each one of us has something called the circadian clock, which basically controls our sleep and wake cycles. So he says that the goal is to optimize the environment and habits to support a better sleep schedule, which brings us to step 2, which is shifting your wake time, which also says that it's a good idea to shift your sleep and wake times by 15 minutes per day. They even suggest the app called Sleep Cycle, which I have personally used, so I know is a really good one. And then step 3 is making waking up easier. And there are 7 steps to achieve this. Consistency, which is about going to bed and waking up at the same time every day. Early light exposure, which is getting sunlight in the first hour of the day. Limit nighttime light, avoiding screens 2 hours before bed. Temperature regulation, which is taking a cold shower in the morning and a warm shower at night. Morning and night routines, which is to establish consistent habits like drinking water, stretching, journaling to train your body when you wake up and when you sleep. Food and caffeine timing, which is about delaying your coffee intake 90 minutes after you wake up. And the last tip is about exercise and alcohol, which is about exercising daily and limit the alcohol intake. So this video was quite interesting. I'm gonna give this one 3 stars. How to get out of bed more easily. Wake up early with energy.
Do you have a hard time getting out of bed in the morning? Well, I don't. So in this video, I'm going to teach you how to be less like you and more like me. That's not true. I still struggle occasionally to get out of bed in the morning, but after learning these 5 tips, I'm a lot better at it, surprisingly. I didn't think that I could be someone who could just spring out of bed in the morning and just get to work, but these 5 tips have helped me immensely, and I would consider myself a morning person now.
The first tip is to don't use your phone as an alarm, because basically it's going to encourage a lot of distractions. It's better if you place your phone away from your bed or you just use a dedicated alarm clock. Step 2 is to wake up at the same time, saying that consistency is key, and this is going to make it easier on you. Step 3 is to never set multiple alarms, so your brain doesn't get trained in ignoring them. Step 4 is to have a plan, which he tells you to get involved into a morning routine. just so when you wake up you know what to do and you just start moving. And the bonus tip is to prep the night before, which he says that preparing some things in advance, like laying out your clothes, planning your to-do list, and set up a breakfast or coffee is gonna make it easier on you to just wake up. So this video was good, but way too simple, I guess. Kind of very general tips, so I'm gonna give this one 2 stars. How to wake up before 6 a.m. every day.
Have you ever tried to develop an early morning routine of waking up before 6 a.m. every day? For much of my life, this was the one habit that I couldn't get to stick. But recently, in the past year, I figured it out.
He says that waking up early can make your life better, so you need to use those benefits as a motivation. He says that you need a reason to wake up too, which is about setting goals. He also tells you to put your alarm far away from your bed, also sharing the trick that you need to wake up at the same time every day, but only go to bed when you are tired. He also says that you need at least 7 hours of sleep a day. And that's it, that's the whole video. So this is way too simple for me, so I'm gonna give this one 2 stars. This mental trick forces you to wake up early. He says that there are only 3 things you need to know. The first thing he says is that you want high cortisol in the mornings, which is essentially to get up and start doing stuff. Then he talks about changing the temperature of your body, like taking a cold shower and exercising. Also talking about light exposure. And the very last thing he talks about is meditation. He says that if you raise your level of awareness in your life, you are going to understand the reason behind why you want to wake up early in the first place, which should act as a motivation, I guess. So this video was not really that helpful to me. I'm gonna give this one 2 stars. Basically at this point the videos are just going to repeat themselves, so I think we are good for now. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe to this video because it's gonna help me a lot.